One of the things that I found to be most helpful in developing that self-generative energy is to identify a sense of meaning in your work. Each of us has an opportunity to lead from where we are. Here's the central idea. This is not about strategies or tactics alone. It's really about relationship. Especially today, people are loyal to brands, to entities they feel connected to. The more we understand about the experience we want to have in work and in life, and the more specific we can be about that experience, the better equipped we are to align ourselves and our place with the right time and the right space.
My name is Jaye Frank, and I am the CEO of TJF Career Modeling, LLC. My objective as a speaker and consultant is to build bridges. I find that a lot of people have a bit of a gap between where they are and where they actually want to be. A leader really needs to understand who he or she is, what they uniquely bring to the world, how they want to contribute, what kind of professional experience they actually want to have, so that they can build a bridge intentionally from their current state to their future state.
It didn't take me long to realize that other people's winning formulas for leadership were not going to work for me. I could be inspired by them, I could be informed by them, but I could never be them. The good news is I also realized that they could never be me.
The reason I consult is because I believe focusing on leaders and developing leaders is only half the story. You can have a healthy vine, but if the vineyard itself is unhealthy, that vine will not thrive. I always say when it comes to diversity and inclusion, your good intentions are not enough. And so many companies and leaders have the best of intentions. I want everyone to feel included. I want everyone to feel they matter. I want everyone to feel they can contribute. And yet, deeper in the organization, that's not what is actually happening.
Say somebody new who's never been in your facility comes through the doors and they're not dressed as you believe they should be dressed. If you feel a sense of displeasure, you are probably not going to be very welcoming. And now the result is that you are not an inclusive facility. That was not your intent necessarily.
Everything is discoverable. They can look at your website and see what your board consists of. They can see who is on your executive leadership team. They can see what other people are saying about the actual experience in your company.
If you have people you've brought into your mix who do not necessarily reflect the norm or the power core, and they don't have a chance to contribute, you will create this bubbling up of frustration and ultimately a disengagement.
You can have representation, but representation without participation causes frustration. So you can bring diverse people into the building, right, into your teams, but if they're not making decisions, they're really not transforming your products, they're not transforming your services, and they're certainly not having the opportunity to transform your culture. I recently worked with a very large company who was interested in better supporting their women leaders. One of the things that we like to do up front is a little bit of a temperature survey, a sentiment survey, right? So that we understand how are they feeling about their leadership today, and then as we go through our process, we take a different point in time and we ask similar questions to understand whether that sentiment has changed. We designed a leadership experience to tap into what they need to know, what skills they need to develop, what experiences they need to have, and also the relationships they need to build. Three things have to be true for a company to actually make progress. You have to believe. You have to believe that the more diverse and inclusive future is better than what you're currently experiencing. You have to create momentum, you have to get motion. And the third thing is commitment. And when I say commitment, I don't mean emotional commitment. I mean truly committing to making the change. And that often comes with accountability. What I love about speaking is I love being in that moment and really connecting with the audience. Whenever people come to a talk that I give, they're usually anticipating something. Sometimes they come looking forward to it. You know, they're like, I'm gonna hear something great today, and they're energized. Sometimes they come, you know, with a little bit of skepticism. You know, I'm not quite sure what she's gonna say, if it's gonna be different and more interesting than something else I've heard.
I'm gonna show up, I don't know what to expect. It's safer just to not expect. I'm going to be present and see what happens.
And usually when we have that experience together, I'm able to connect with that audience and share with them, you know, a new thought or a new idea in a new way that they really haven't thought about before. And my point is to help them realize how truly creative they are. Anything is within our reach, but we have to build the bridge. We can't wait for someone else to do it. We can't hope it will happen through our good intentions. We have to build the bridge on purpose. And I want people to realize that building a bridge on purpose is well within their power.